Hi there. I wanted to show you a little bit about Brainpop. Brainpop is a really neat tool for students and teachers to use. They have videos on all sorts of different topics in all the content areas. So let's take a look here about at Brainpop. In the top right, you're going to log in. Well, first you're going to navigate to brainpop.com, www.brainpop.com. In the top right, there's a login button. We're no longer going to use the username and password that's been provided last year. We're going to use this button down here at the bottom, Google Suite for Education. Sign in with Google Suite for Education. It seems to be taking about a minute every time I try to log in here. So be patient. Okay, once you get logged in, or actually, I'm sorry, once students get logged in, they're going to be looking for a code. They're going to get a window that kind of looks like this that says to enter a code to get into a classroom. And so we're going to need to set up a class for them and give them a code, just like Google Classroom. So at the very top here, I'm going to go to My Classes. I'm going to create a new class by pressing the New Class button. We're going to call it Brainpop 101. And the class code I'm going to give is Walker PM. Okay, so you're creating your own class code here. Unlike in Google Classroom, they give you a class code to use. It must contain 6 characters and at least one number. So Walker PM2. Create class. Here we go. So if I forgot that password on the right side, I can go to Manage Class. And here it is, Brainpop 101, Walker PM2. So that's what I would give to students to enter a code. Let's see if I can enter it and become a student in my own classroom. Only students can join classes. Okay, so I'm logged in as a teacher. It's not letting me do it. Okay, so that's how students would get logged in. So then they would have access to Brainpop. Let me go back to Brainpop here and let's talk about what Brainpop is and how it can support you and your students in the classroom. So again, it has topics in science, social studies, English, math, arts, music, health, all these different ones. I clicked on math here. Here I can go into probability. And in probability, here's all sorts of different ideas that have to do with probability. At the top here, I could also search. Let's say I just wanted to search for verbs. I could just type in the word verb, press the search button here, and it'll pull up all the different topics that have to do with verbs. Here we go. All these different ones here. I might click on one here, just verbs and their objects. Click on it once. So every topic has a movie associated with it. Let me play just a little bit of it for you.
Ready, Moby? I already kicked it. Dear Tim and Moby, I need to know about verbs and their objects.
Okay, so every topic is going to start with this hypothetical student. I'm sorry, hypothetical student question that has been sent in to Tim and Moby, and then Tim and Moby go about trying to answer the question.
Please make a movie. From Sebastian. An action verb is just what it sounds like. It describes an action. In the sentence, Tim kicks the ball. Kicks is the action verb.
Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole thing here. I will show you though, you can turn on closed caption, turn it on or off. I would suggest keeping it on so you can read what he's trying to say as well. Okay, so that's the video, but on top of that, we get several different activities. So here's a quiz students could take about the video. Make a map is creating like a mind map. Make a movie, they're going to create a movie with movable objects about that topic. Sortify, they're going to do some kind of a sorting activity. Game up is going to be some kind of a game. FYI is pretty neat. Let me click on FYI. It gives you about 5 or 6 different articles relating back to the topic. So we can do some additional reading. Here's in depth more about verbs. Here is language, talking about maybe how we use verbs in everyday language. Theory, talking more about the theory behind verbs. Quotables is going to give you a quote from from several different famous people relating back to verbs or relating back to the topic. In this case, it's verbs. And then they're always going to have some kind of a comic. This might be even just a neat thing to post on the board as students are coming into class to get them thinking about the topic that you're going to talk about for the day. Okay, so let me search for something else. Let's say we're talking about photosynthesis. Type in photosynthesis here. And I must have spelt it wrong. Photo, there's an extra O here. And here's all the different topics related back to photosynthesis. Okay, if I click on one, again, we see I get the movie here. I then get a quiz, and here I have a couple different activities to extend this out and and potentially make an entire lesson plan just from this simple video here. Okay, so one feature that we have now this year that we haven't had in the past is this ability to create assignments. So if you go to the top here, we can create an assignment. And we're going to search for some kind of a topic. Well, let's see here. So I've created an assignment before. I'm going to create a new one, though. We'll walk through that really quick. New assignment. Let's search for a topic. Let's say we're in social studies and we are talking about trade. I type in trade, let's see here. It gives me a couple different options. I know that the Silk Road has something to do with trade, so I'm going to click on that one just for an example today. In Silk Road, I have the video. I'm going to assign the movie. I'm going to assign the quiz. I'm going to make it a graded quiz. And I'm also going to maybe assign the FYI. Okay, so some of those readings. I'm going to click next here. It's showing me that the Silk Road assignment, I can give some instructions here, but I have assigned the movie, the quiz, and some of those readings. So students have to go through all those activities to complete this assignment. Click the next button here. Unfortunately, it's not going to let me save this as a class. If I select my class here, I don't have any students in my class, so it's not going to let me assign it, but I can press save, and it'll save this assignment for me. So that's a great way, similar to how you're assigning assignments in Google Classroom. In Brainpop itself, you can create and assign these assignments directly to students. And then maybe in your Google Classroom, you say, hey, go to Brainpop and look in the assignments, and that's how we can direct them from Google Classroom to Brainpop. Okay, and I think there is actually even integration with Google Classroom. Maybe if I press that assign button, it would give me an option if I had students involved. Sorry, I haven't done it with students before, so it's new to me. Let me know what you learned from it. Okay, so that's a quick overview of Brainpop. Please let me know if I can assist you with it at all. Again, once students get logged in for the first time, they're going to be looking to enter a code. You need to give them a code that you created from My Classes. Again, if you forgot where that code is, if you go into My Classes and go into Manage Class, here's your classes, here's the class codes. Let me know if I can assist with it further. Take care. Bye-bye.